If you've been looking for a recipe that has a bunch of protein in it and is also easy to make, nutrition educator Lynn Matava has the perfect recipe for you. Check out her dish using lentils.
If you know me, I love legumes, beans, lentils, chickpeas of all shapes and sizes. And when I think of these foods, I like them so much because they are nutrient powerhouses. They're just so very good for us. They have a good amount of iron, they're high in protein, they're high in fiber, and that means they're gonna keep us fuller longer. They just have lots of vitamins and minerals, and then on top of that, they are so very affordable. So this is a half a bag of beans, and I think I paid about $1.50 for the whole bag. And these are actually lentils this morning, but I mean, just so affordable. You can't get any food that's this affordable and this nutritious that I can think of. There's no other food. And if you need any more reason than that, you know, they're delicious. So many times people are turned off by the idea that they have to soak beans ahead of time. And I've given lots of tips over the last couple years on that. But the great thing about these lentils is that they don't have to be soaked at all. They have this cute little kind of lens shape to them. In fact, they're named after the Latin word for lens. And because of their unique shape, they will cook from completely dry in about 25 minutes in water on the stove. You just have to simmer them very low. If you really want to soak them while you're at work during the day, you could soak them and then they will, you know, cook in about 2 minutes when you come home in the evening. But again, most of us are doing other things and 25 minutes isn't that long to have to cook something for while we're getting a meal ready. I've already got some prepared here today that I cooked to go ahead and make a recipe with. And you know, there's lots of things you could do with these once they're already prepared. So I could just take these and throw them in a soup. I could throw them into some sort of stir fry or make a curry out of them. They could be tossed with rice. They're really great if you put them just kind of seasoned on a bed, you know, make a little bed on your plate and top them with fish or chicken or lamb. Just very versatile. There's even tons of recipes out there on the web for making lentil burgers with them. So that's certainly something, if you're adventurous, you can try. I also love just tossing them in with regular pasta with whatever I'm doing, because I feel like it adds a little bit of nutrients to some of those kind of not quite empty calories, but you know, the calories that really don't go as far nutrient-wise. Today what we're going to do with them is make a salad, because that's one of my other favorite things to do with them, is that we can kind of make a salad out of them, toss them on top of greens, and they just really are a nice flavorful thing to take and pack for lunch. So what we're going to do, this is a recipe I've shared before. It's a vinaigrette from the University of Maryland Extension's Eat Smart website, and it's just a very simple lemon vinaigrette. So what we're going to do to get started is we're going to throw 3 tablespoons of, I'm using olive oil, whatever oil you'd like to use. We are going to put about 2 tablespoons of lemon. I'm using a fresh lemon. I've already washed this one, but you could certainly use the lemon juice you get in the little bottles from the store. And that looks pretty close to about 2 tablespoons. I might add a little bit more. I've got a couple seeds to fish out where I'm using fresh. I didn't catch those with my hands. My hands are clean, folks. All right. And then we're going to add about a teaspoon of honey. A teaspoon of Dijon mustard. And sometimes people will ask me if they have to put the mustard in. I use this recipe a lot with students in schools, and of course younger children are often a little bit unsure of mustard. Honestly, you don't taste it in the recipe, it just makes it a little tangy, but what it does is kind of magical. It allows the oil and the vinegar, or in this case we're using lemon juice, to kind of stay together and emulsify once we've mixed them all up. We're also going to add just a little bit of pepper to taste, a pinch of salt, and fresh herbs of your choice. I really like using just plain green onions. Today I've got a little bit of flat leaf parsley here I'm going to throw in. Just something to give it a little bit of green and freshness. And then all we have to do is whisk this all together. You'll see it gets nice and creamy. I love this dressing year round, but it's especially good in the wintertime because citrus fruit is in season, and I feel like it just brings something fresh and bright to these long winter days. And then all we have to do is toss our lentils that were already cooked in. And now this is a nice, flavorful, high protein, high fiber addition that I can just toss on top of my salad. If I hadn't put the lemon in, I'd say it would probably even be great like with some eggs or something like that. But either way, I just encourage you to get out there and try to cook some lentils because they really are so easy to use. They're delicious and they're good for you. Enjoy.